Shallow understanding from people of goodwill is more frustrating than absolute misunderstanding from people of ill will. That is Martin Luther King Jr. I've had a hard time locking myself into any one issue or type of video so far on my channel. I've been trying to find my voice while simultaneously testing the water. But I think I've settled on making one of these videos at least once every couple of weeks moving forward. I want to do response videos, and I want to take on issues, but I also want to take a few minutes to just share my thoughts in a message that will hopefully make you think. MLK said, "Shallow understanding from people of goodwill is more frustrating than absolute misunderstanding from people of ill will." When I read this quote, it took me a minute to grip on to what he was saying. When it finally clicked in my head, it struck me as profoundly poignant to what is going on today with social justice. People who subscribe to social justice generally tend to be motivated from a place of goodwill and intention. They truly believe that they are right, and that people are being oppressed, and that we need to stop this grave injustice. If you believed people were being oppressed, I honestly hope that you would feel the same compulsion to rise up. For me, enlightenment is the ability to transcend your singular self to find understanding in others. As much as I rail against what these people do and say, I understand that they do it and say it because they believe they are good people and they are doing the right thing. This is what makes them so frustrating. They're compelled by their shallow understanding. Dr. King also said, "An individual has not started living until he can rise above the narrow confines of his individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of humanity." If you know someone who is knee-deep in social justice, blind with fury for injustices that only they can see, share this quote. When your fight does not take in the concerns of all of humanity, not just one nationality, one race, one gender, one single individual, then your fight is causing just as much damage as it is seeking to repair. Social justice, groups like Black Lives Matter and the feminist movement, they are good-intentioned. They believe they are right and just and therefore must exist. But more than anything, they seek to divide us in the name of unity. Instead of preaching positive, inclusive messages, they frame their causes with divisiveness and exclusion. They scream for equality with voices so loud that they shatter the fragile glass of peace and understanding between people who are not the same. We are not the same. So much of who we are makes us different. Our differences should not divide us. They should bring us together. We should follow the example of men like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. instead of dishonoring his memory by pushing ourselves apart.